Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8A1 and we like to present about the environmental impact assessment.
First, the introduction. The environmental impact assessment is a crucial process of evaluating the possible impact that might occur to the environment due to the development of the proposed project. Now, I will explain about the detail of the project, objective of the project, objective of the environmental impact assessment, and law, regulation, and standards involved. First, for the project background, it is known as cadangan membina dan menyiapkan unit rumah teres 1.5 tingkat in a rural residential area but near to a lot of public facilities. The project is proposed on an undeveloped area of private land which may have potential of wildlife habitats. Next, I will explain some of the objectives of this project, which are to transform the land into useful and sustainable communal place by planning the location, creating the infrastructure, constructing the building, landscaping, and taking environmental factors into account. This project also aims to provide peaceful environment due to the replacement of bushy area that might be worrying to the new residential area. Existing neighborhoods able to free their minds of harmful area while establishing new relationship with new people that might give a lot of new perspective to their life. And lastly, architectural aesthetic and integration, which aim to provide terrace house an aesthetically pleasing and harmonious architectural design that successfully blends them into their surrounding of neighborhood. Next, some objectives of the EIA are to identify and describe community and environmental components which may be impacted by the proposed development, including the natural and built environment. Next, to locate and measure the emission sources as well as to assess the importance of any effect on the vulnerable receive and potentially impact users. And lastly, to identify and assess any possible losses or harm to the flora, wildlife and natural ecosystem.
Next, for the applicable law, regulations, standards and requirement. First, for the Housing Development, Control and Licensing Act 1966, this act governs the control and licensing of housing developers. It requires housing developers to obtain CAD license before undertaking any house development project. Next, UBBL, Uniform Building by Law. The UBBL set out the technical requirement and standard for building construction in Malaysia. It covers aspects such as building design, structural integrity, fire safety, electrical and plumbing system, and accessibility.
Now I will explain about the description of the project, starting with the location, which is located at Kampung Pak Sabah, Mukim, Kuala Dungun, daerah Dungun, Terengganu, Darul Iman, with the land span is around 0.6 acre. The main access route is Jalan Gompasir, which connects to Jalan Kuala Terengganu. The location is strategic due to the distance is within 3 km radius with public facilities. Next, project component. The project consists of 8 units of 1/2-story terrace house with 6 types of type B and 2 types of type A, which is a corner lot unit. Each building is normal unit with stairs located at the front door. Consists of living area, dining area, bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, store, and car porch. The difference between type A and type B is only at the terrace area at the side of the unit, since it is a corner lot, and the quantity of the bedrooms. For the construction activity, during pre-construction and construction period, the access route to the site location, which is Jalan Kuala Terengganu and Jalan Gompasir, will be quite busy with the movement of the construction, transportation and may cause congestion. Next, the site clearance using the backhoe and other machineries will produce some noise pollution from the machineries and air pollution due to the greeneries cutting, but may have solutions. Since the site location is near to the public facilities, the transportation of construction material, which is regional material, can be minimized, which also reduce the pollution caused by transport. Other major components are aesthetic and visual environment, water supply, wastewater, solid waste, air emission control, and drainage management. Lastly, implementation plan, which requires the detail of operational and maintenance procedure of common facilities and agencies involved along with each roles and responsibilities. Next, the description of existing environmental of Kampung Pak Sabah, which is rich with nature attractions such as the village seaside location that can indicate the enchantment of mangrove woods, which support distinctive ecosystem. It is possible for a meandering river or stream to smoothly pass through Kampung Pak Sabah, bringing water and calming, refreshing atmosphere to the area. First, for land use, the land of the proposed site is an undeveloped marshy area which ensure that the land is productive for greeneries. However, the location to which is at residential area are not suitable to cultivate any fruits or vegetable even if possible. Next, noise. The proposed project site is located near the access road which exposes it to the noise pollution from vehicle at roadways. For the ecological resource, the loss of any of the plant species found at the project site would have little effect on biodiversity since they are all common in other parts of Malaysia. There are no endangered or uncommon species at the project site. Lastly, for socio-economic environment, the presence of settlement within the project site are surrounding area at Dungan district has a population around 36,461 people.
Chapter 4. Assessment of anticipated environmental impacts. This chapter evaluates the anticipated environmental impacts due to the project site development. Firstly, existing socio-economic system. The preliminary investigation work includes conducting a site survey as well as baseline monitoring of the soil sediment quality, air quality, noise levels, and water quality. Next, soil erosion and soil sedimentation. The proposed project sites are located in an urban and in a built environment. No natural landscape exists and erosion, siltation, and sediment runoff do not harm the existing landscape. As part of the drainage system, seed traps will be installed at the project site to ensure that siltation does not take place as a result of the activities being carried out there. Number 3, drainage and flooding. On the site of the project, the construction of any structures or buildings will take place without blocking any of the existing drainage pathways. Temporary drains and sediment basins will be installed to deal with the change in surface runoff. Next, water pollution. Various chemicals such as fuels, oil, solvents, paints, and concrete additives are frequently used on construction sites. During rainfall events, stormwater runoff can transport the pollutants to nearby water bodies. Stormwater runoff can significantly degrade water quality if not properly managed. Next, air pollution. During the construction phase, several sources of air pollution can arise. In many cases, construction projects involve excavation and earthwork, which can generate dust and particulate matter. In addition, construction equipment like excavators, bulldozers, and cranes are typically powered by diesel or gasoline engines. The exhaust emissions from these machines can be serious, especially if they are older or poorly maintained. Number 6, noise pollution. Construction activities often involve the use of heavy machinery and equipment. Continuous operation of such machinery can result in high noise levels, which can be disruptive to nearby residents and workers. Next, we go to socio-economic impact. Several socio-economic effects, both positive and negative, can occur during the construction phase. Construction projects provide opportunities for both skilled and unskilled workers. Therefore, construction activities also can disrupt the daily lives of residents and businesses near the construction site due to the noise, dust, and traffic congestion. Next, number 9, risk or accidents. Risk to fall from height is high when working in a construction site due to construction activity often involve work at height. Working with heavy machineries and equipment also have high risk of accident to occur. Number 10, traffic generation. Transportation of construction materials, equipments, and workers to the construction site is required during the construction phase. The movement of these vehicles may cause temporary congestion, slower travel times, and potential disruptions to the surrounding areas' normal traffic flow. Construction activities also often require temporary road closures, lane restrictions, or the narrowing of nearby roads. Lastly, abandonment. Investment in land acquisition, permits, design, and constructions may not be recovered, resulting in financial instability as well as potential bankruptcy. An abandoned construction site can contribute to the urban appearance of life. It may have a negative impact on the neighborhood's appearance and decrease property values. Next, Chapter 5, Proposed Mitigation Measure. This chapter presents the mitigation and best practices that should be developed in order to avoid and minimize the impacts. Firstly, socio-economic impact. Working closely with local authorities and community representatives can facilitate dialogue, collaboration, and the development of solutions that are mutually beneficial. Next, soil erosion and sedimentation. Installation of seed trap and proper maintenance of sediment control structures, such as cleaning sediment traps and replacing seed fences, is essential to their effectiveness. Number 3, solid waste and scheduled waste generation. Developing and implementing comprehensive waste management plans that outline strategies for waste reduction, segregation, recycling, and proper disposal is important. These plans can direct construction site personnel in waste sorting, storage, and transportation. It is essential to properly identify, separate, and store hazardous materials and schedule waste. Next, water pollution. Proper chemical handling and storage, effective stormwater management practices, including sediment basins, detention ponds, and vegetated swales, can help capture and treat water runoff before it enters water bodies. As a result, fewer harmful chemicals and substances will enter water sources. These measures can help construction sites protect aquatic system, water quality, and urban water bodies. Number 5, air pollution. Installation of dust control techniques such as water sprays and the use of cleaner construction materials can help mitigate the impact of urban construction on air quality and safeguard the health and safety of both construction workers and surrounding community. Number 6, noise pollution. Use of quieter equipment, providing construction workers and site supervisors with training on noise management and awareness can encourage better practices and ensure compliance with noise control measures. Next, traffic generation. Traffic management plans. This involves scheduling construction deliveries, coordinating the movement of construction vehicle, and minimizing traffic disruptions. Signage and traffic control measures such as flaggers or traffic marshals can aid in maintaining the flow of traffic and ensuring the safety of all road users. Next, risks or accidents. Ensure that safety protocols are strictly followed on site. Conduct routine inspection of the construction site to identify potential hazards and promptly address them. Lastly, project abandonment. Ensuring adequate financing and financial feasibility throughout the project's life cycle can minimize the risk of abandonment due to financial constraints. This includes conducting realistic cost estimations, securing adequate funding sources, and maintaining contingency plans.
Now I will explain about the environmental management program, such as the summary of the anticipated significant adverse environmental impact, which involves soil conversion, solid waste management measures to avoid or minimize ecological impact, measure to handle negative social and cultural impact, measure to address increased traffic, dust, noise, vibration, measure to maintain water quality, stormwater drainage, safety issue mitigation. Besides that, the monitoring plan and the environmental monitoring plan, which take consideration of the following aspect: monitoring plan, quality control, possible occurrence, quality of material inspection, natural disaster, sustainability of the project and the work. Environmental monitoring plan, noise, air quality, soil erosion and stability, solid waste, traffic safety, socio-economic. In conclusion, this project that is located at Kampung Pak Sabah Dungun involves a lot of work that might lead to negative impact on the environment due to the construction phase at the residential area. Thus, it is important for each construction project to initiate this criteria into the mitigation measure to ensure the negative environment impact can be avoided or reduced, while also preserve the nature and improving the greenery quality. For the executive summary for each chapter, for chapter 1, introduction, which explain about the background of the project, objective of the project, objective of the EIA, and law and relegation and standard involved. Chapter 2 explain about the detail of the project from the location, project layout plan, ownership, project proponent, major component of the project, and the implementation of the project. For chapter 3, describe about the existing environment such as area, hydrology, land use, noise, ecological, resource, historical and archaeological. Socio-economic environment. Chapter 4, assess about the potential environment impact due to the project development, such as for the pre-construction phase, construction phase and post-construction phase. Chapter 5, the mitigation measure for the following impact that caused by the project development for pre-construction phase, construction phase and post-construction phase. For chapter 6, explain about the environmental management program, such as the environmental monitoring plan. For chapter 7, conclude about the overall EIA study, which able to determine the findings and information about the environmental impact due to construction.
That's all from us. Thank you.